Don't forget to say "oh my," Luke, for that bit we have planned. Don't forget to say "oh my" after I threaten to shove your collages up your fucking ass if you play them.
Oh, hi, everyone. It's Alpha Podrants. We're here, and we're going to review Season 3, Episode 9 of Star Trek PICARD called Vox.
And boy, I hope we get to talk about that episode. Otherwise, if you bog us down with all your... I'm going to put those in your butt.
Oh, my.
I'll shove an aging Asian in your butt.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
How's my microphone, by the way?
See, we plan this stuff, guys. See, we work on this material. We practice that and everything.
We're here. We're not queer. Right?
What?
Are we? Well,
Speak for yourself.
Because we're talking about Star Trek, some people think we're queer, right? Right?
Leave Weeden out of this.
Okay, all right, Here's another quote from George Takei. Thanks for ruining the franchise, Bacula.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Forget his liberalism. Forget his fucking TDS. Forget his psychotic behavior. He said that about Bacula?
He said that in a cameo appearance in Futurama.
Yeah, you know what else he said? Oh my, look at this musculature on this young boy I'm molesting. Oh.
So the episode starts off with...
Not with George Takei molesting.
Which episode? What are we talking about? Oh, it's Frontier Day, right? It's Frontier Day. Yay. We finally see Frontier Day. Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I thought Frontier Day was kind of underwhelming, to be honest.
It's like some fireworks in space. Can you come up with nothing better than a fucking fireworks show in the year fucking...
It was really underwhelming. And
whatever?
then, of course, when they were showing the whole formation and synchronization thing with the ships, I was like, you know what? I know what they're fucking doing. It's like... I kind of called it pretty freaking early on. Now, the thing that I didn't call is their plan that was revealed later in the episode with the younger Starfleet members, and I'm like, that kind of like made me like go like, huh? Like
that was interesting because it was a way to sort of say it's a good thing that we're all old. It's actually beneficial. That
yeah, talk to my nutsack if you're talking
old.
about it's a good thing that we're old.
I mean,
can I'm sorry, you were about to say something on that.
No, it's just why would it matter? Why would the age matter?
This delay from Luke is so bad. Like,
yeah, put the graphics back up so we don't have to look at your face.
He's speaking and his fucking mouth isn't moving.
Right before the show starts. Yeah, right before the show starts, he's like, "How's my lag?" "Oh, it's great because you have all these letters up. We can't see your lag or my disappearing head." And he's like, "Oh, I like it," and removes it immediately.
There it is.
We should just go to audio only.
Can we go to the audio of us discussing this show and what horrible things it has done to us this week? Come on, can we just jump right ahead? Do we have to wait, is what I'm saying? Or can we jump to the worst moment in all of Star Trek?
The killing of Shaw?
The worst moment. You think killing of Shaw was the worst moment?
They're burning their fucking captains one by one. You had the opportunity. I understand Mirrorverse, this and that, but that's the exact way they burned it. Lorca was a great captain. You got to understand, it's an iconic role to step in after Kirk, Picard, Janeway, Sisko, even though he's not a captain. You understand?
Season 4.
All right, so then he was a captain. So you're stepping in huge shoes, iconic shoes. Lorca was the first character really to come, because when we had Georgiou, I'll be honest, probably people didn't gravitate towards her at first because she's a woman. I'll be honest, she's fucking phenomenal. Georgiou is one of the best Star Trek characters. She grew on me so hard. But anyway, Lorca, phenomenal, burned. Let's include Georgiou, burned. And now we've got Shaw, the next great fucking captain they have introduced us to, and they kill him simply because they need to have only TNG on that Enterprise. No, they couldn't fucking kidnap him. They couldn't do anything else. Injure him. Put him away. No, kill him because we fucking can't have him in the big reunion scene.
Yo, this picture could stay up the rest of the episode.
The con is yours, 7 of 9.
Fucking ridiculous.
That part was so stupid.
And an actor who is so dedicated to this as well. This actor fucking loved this role, would have fucking given his all to it for decades, I feel. Dude's a nerd. He's like a super nerd.
I thought it's hilarious that he's the one character who actually had an arc in this. He actually changed from being, well, he was still a little bit of an asshole at the end, but he was
never an asshole.
He was a dick with the
PICARD. He hated the Borg.
I didn't like him.
He was right. Look, he was absolutely right, because now the Borg came back and is fucking everybody up again.
With Picard's DNA, nonetheless. So, I mean, yes, he was right. He was not an asshole.
Luke, I told you to leave the picture up.
Yeah, Lou doesn't want to look at any of us.
Frontier Day, yay!
Wait, are we gonna jump? Nobody else, does anyone else not care like that Shaw died? Is it nobody is I'm enraged.
I wasn't able to put my 2 cents in on the whole thing of Shaw dying, so let me have an opportunity to put my 2 cents
I would
in.
love to hear it.
I was shocked initially by his death and annoyed by it. I was like, really? It's just that you're gonna kill him. I mean, I like with the whole talking of like doing the whole what were you calling it? You were calling it Star Trek Legacy, even though you should call it Star Trek The New Generation or something.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, but have Shaw be involved. If he had not died, have him be involved in that project. But now killing him off, why not? I guess that opens the door for 7 of 9 to be involved with that project.
But she already had her show.
She did already have her show. Yeah.
If you want to talk about like building the franchise, boom, 7 of 9, you're set. You know that's gonna hit. Raffi and Worf, boom. You know that shit's gonna hit. So give Shaw a show.
They're not gonna spin off 3 shows from this one show.
Why not? Every single Star Trek we've ever seen is spun off from one show.
Well, wait. Well, yeah. It's just like from Next Generation. from Next Generation, we got Deep Space Nine and Voyager. We got we got Deep Space Nine from Next Generation, while Voyager was kind of just created on its own. There was no real connection with Voyager to the other shows. No real connection.
Yeah, just the fact that they're in Starfleet, that they're officers. Yeah.
So they kind of pulled Voyager just out of nothing, to be honest.
Tom Paris played a different character in Next Generation, but they were trying to pass it off as the same character, sort of. Because Wesley in the Next Generation, when he went to the Academy, they had to do a formation with shuttles. And there was some sort of special, really dangerous formation that they wanted to do to prove that they could do it. And they went and did it, and the head of that squad got demoted or got court-martialed, I believe. So when Voyager starts, they go pick up Lieutenant Paris, and they kind of allude to that he's the same character, but because that show was on UPN, they couldn't use the same name of the character from the Next Generation, so they had to change it just a little.
Is that so? Is that really? And I don't even want to engage you right now because I feel like we're sidetracking what Charles was saying.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I think that it's back to what I was saying about Shaw's death. Technically, what I was saying about Shaw's death
is it sucked.
It did suck. Yes, it did.
Fucking thing.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Ryan is wanting to come back to the franchise, and this is going to be her back to the franchise.
It certainly is.
And she is going to be the captain of the Titan, and they're going to bring in Jack Crusher. They're going to bring in Crash LaForge. They're going to bring in other young Starfleet officers, and that's going to be the new generation.
And yet, think about what you just said and how much less exciting is all of that without Shaw. He's the missing goddamn piece of that puzzle right there, I think.
I actually don't think it's going to be all that. I mean, it like envisioning that show in my head doesn't really fill me with a lot of excitement. It really doesn't.
Really?
I mean, I like Crash the Forge. I think she's cool. Even Jack Crusher is interesting. 7 of 9, I've been a fan of hers since Voyager.
It's the first time you bumped one out to her.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone
Your
did.
robot suit.
But I mean, yeah. But
Lou.
but it's just I just don't know if a new generation show is gonna work. I really don't know.
It'll work because they're gonna need something besides Strange New Worlds once Discovery is gone.
Yeah, what do we have
And
coming up?
that brings me to another point that I have. It seems like with the announcement of the Starfleet Academy show that they're doing, it seems like that they are pushing out Star Trek show after Star Trek show after Star Trek show after Star Trek show, and I get the feeling that the franchise is going to become saturated, and people are going to stop caring at some point.
No,
People are going to tune it out, and they're just not going to fucking care.
because the Starfleet show might not even be any good. Like, who really wants to go to Academy? I fucking don't. I'd
And it's-
rather be in space.
The Starfleet Academy show has the potential to be, at the very least, interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be good. I just think it has the potential to be interesting.
And if you did it right, you could have a show every fucking quarter. And I believe that's what they want to do.
Well, like that's
So
what
you-
Walking Dead's doing now.
You literally have Star Trek going 365 days almost.
I don't know if
you
I'm going
do
to be
it
able to
every
keep up.
quarter.
Yeah, but at that point, that brings me back to the whole franchise becoming saturated.
But it's not saturated because if you don't like it, you don't watch it. Not everything is not going to be for all of us. Just like Lower Decks and that other stupid Prodigy bullcrap. That shit ain't for me.
I want to try. I wish I could,
But
man.
that's-
Both of them are so appealing, and
That's
they just
the very thing that they want to avoid. They want as many viewers as possible. If people are not
but
going
to
to
get
watch
the viewers, you have to create more shows. So the more shows you have, the better, the more likelihood you have of more viewers. You get your fans back. Remember, you want your fans back to go to the box office and give you return on your $150 million budget movie. Remember, for a movie like that to be profitable, it has to make 3 times that budget, and Star Trek hasn't been doing it.
Well, I actually read an interesting article about that today. 2 interesting Star Trek articles. One which I have a big question for you guys about, but this one was what you just said about them making a movie and getting that big budget or whatever, getting a blockbuster again. The theory going out there is that now that Discovery's gone, they essentially don't have that chance anymore because you need... the argument was made with the Star Trek reboot movies, whereas between part 1 and what was the one where they flipped the script on the search for Spock's death, Kirk died instead.
Oh, Into
Star Trek
Darkness.
Into
Yeah,
Darkness.
if there was a 10-episode season between those, then that second movie would have had the emotional payoff necessary. But since we don't have that, these things, they just don't have any emotion. So now their best chance at a blockbuster film would have been Discovery, but that's not looking likely because apparently how it's going to end.
Yeah, but you're looking,
And yeah,
I feel the reason Discovery is coming to an end because they're not going to want to pay these people more money. Their contracts
what
are
fucking
most
other
likely
jobs do
up.
they have?
Their
That's the only
contracts are
reason?
most likely up, so you want me back? Well, let's renegotiate my money.
Oh, well,
I want
Anthony
more
Rapp
money.
better cut it out because I mean, all he's going to be back getting fingered by Kevin fucking what's his name, Spacey. If what else does he have for a job?
But that's what normally
I
the
tried.
outcome of most of this shit is. You lose your actors because they want more money and the studios don't want to pay more.
Man,
Like-
you're full of shit. Charles, what's the name of that guy you love from Vikings? I think he's from Vikings. The head of Starfleet in the future.
Wait, head of Starfleet. That's
You talk about the guy from The Mummy?
I don't know.
He's not from Vikings.
Yes.
I said or something. Mumo Kudia.
No, that's Oded Fear.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I said. Exactly what I said. Mumo Kadia. So
No,
you
no,
got
not
him.
Oded Fear. Oded Fair. Yeah, Oded
If
Fair.
you have him and Saru, you can keep going. Bring Giorgio back. You can keep going.
Well, didn't
you-
Giorgio die because she had to go back to
No.
her timeline or something?
No, she.
No. Philippa Georgiou from the Mirror Universe that was in the future with everybody else. She was starting to have some sort of like temporal displacement like thing or multi-dimensional displacement thing, and they had to send her back to the original like point in time where she was before to save her life, and that was supposed to be the lead into her and her Section 31 show. But
I just don't get the argument here, though, of what they're going to do. Like, again, what Ricky from My So-Called Life has done nothing since he was Ricky on My So-Called Life. And now he's fucking Dr.
Again,
Butt Crusher.
you're looking at it as, well, what were they doing beforehand? It doesn't matter what they were doing. Now they're entitled to make more money.
They're not going to get jobs. No one's going to hire them.
Dr. Butt Crusher. I just
You got it. Thank you. Thank God. Somebody. I said it as a throwaway, and I was like, well, that was all right.
No.
But at the end of the day, that's their problem.
I
if they
got
get jobs
it.
or not.
I wanted to show you guys.
Remember,
something.
these streaming services are all operating at a fucking loss. They're not making money.
Well, isn't Paramount what? It's merging with what?
They merged with Showtime because they already own Showtime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I can't get some of the movies on Paramount, and I'm like, oh, you don't have Showtime. Motherfucker.
Operating at a loss when you consider they're buying their own product. Like, this is all fucking streaming. It's all tax scams. The entire entertainment industry is a giant fucking tax fraud.
You're right, because you're hiring people that you know and writing shit off from
Right.
them, and then it's all just
You're
washing
setting
each
the
other's
value
hands.
yourselves amongst your
Yeah.
contemporary you're setting the fucking value of the market. You know what I mean? And then you're creating the products. You're getting the money to create the products. You're getting paid for that product, and then you're reselling that product to yourself, writing it off as a thing. And then, there's no fucking loss. These motherfucking clowns, they eat fucking shrimp off a fucking cow's feet or something. I don't know. I can't follow up Dr. Butt Crusher, okay? That's all my funny for the night.
All right. So in the beginning of the episode, we had Deanna inside of Jack's mind, trying to find out
Inside of her.
trying to find out what was behind the red door, correct? And we found out that this is behind the red door.
How do we feel about that?
The boy.
I'm so over these reused storylines.
So I guess we know how Lou feels about that. I feel it was underwhelming to open the door and it was the Borg.
don't-
He's doing his awe thing again. He's doing his long, ooh, I'm a ghost. It's the fucking Star Trek. It's not a ghost story.
Why do we need to fucking revisit the Borg? Like, why couldn't it be something?
It needs
like
to
the
be
whole
revisited.
changeling, the whole changeling thing was great. I didn't know about these changelings. I never watched TNG and all that shit. So
They were in
I
Deep
was-
Space Nine.
okay, whatever. Dick Space Nine. I was enjoying the storyline. But no, we gotta bring back. Oh, it's the Borg working with the changeling.
I
Well,
will.
just
like,
okay,
God.
that right there confuses the hell out of me because why in the hell would the Borg and the changelings be working together?
They may have come across one of these weird changelings and figured out that it had a different sort of DNA and might be able to use it. But let's go back to who the hell is the face that came out of Vedic's hand?
I was going to ask that, but I
It's
didn't
the
know if it was
Borg
off
Queen.
topic.
Huh?
It's the Borg Queen. That's
It's not
all
the
it
Borg.
is.
It's not the Borg Queen, dude.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
not.
think
It's the
so.
Borg Queen.
No, it's
Locutus,
not.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe
it's not the
did
Borg
actually-
Queen, Lou, because the Borg do not communicate that way. Only a changeling can communicate that way. So who Vatic was communicating with when she did that was another changeling.
Maybe the queen is a changeling now, perhaps.
Oh my god.
Maybe she's assimilated into the
You know,
changelings.
This did remind me of something, though, and I want to know if you guys think so too. Well,
Wait, if you assimilate and then you assimilate a race of fucking changelings, then now you are Borg and changeling. The assimilation goes both ways.
The only way I can see how a changeling could be assimilated is if they use some kind of organic Borg technology, like what's existing inside of Jack now. If they did something like that, that is the only way. That is the only way I can see how they would be able to assimilate a changeling. Otherwise, if they use the technology of the Borg that was used in the past, no, assimilating a changeling would be impossible. It cannot be done.
Does this look a little bit? I guess not. A little bit like that.
That's Ghostbusters, dude.
Jesus.
I know,
Christ, dude.
but it sort of reminded me of it.
That's Gozer the Gozerian, you idiot.
Yeah.
No one wants this stupid bitch.
What a dumb idiot.
And then this.
Who are you calling a dumb idiot?
Luke, he's tried to trick us.
They're very close though. It's like almost like it was inspired by the Gozerian temple. I guess I don't know.
It doesn't even look remotely the same, dude.
Yeah,
I think it's just because of the clouds. The clouds
You're
got
such
me,
an idiot.
You know?
You're just an embarrassment to this product.
Oh my!
You should have did this on your phone.
I know.
You
I'm
would've been
embarrassing
better off.
myself today.
Yeah, but can I just take a minute to say that the bastards fucking did it. They got Alice fucking Krieg to come back and voice
From the dead.
Borg. Well, she's not dead, but they got her to come back and do the voice of the Borg Queen.
Oh, Alice Krieg is not dead. It's the new Borg Queen who died.
Yes.
Ah.
The Borg Queen that was in season 2, yeah, she's dead. That actress.
You know what would have made this even better? The Borg Queen would have been Pumpkinhead.
But here's the fucking problem with Pumpkinhead.
No. Alice Krieg is the original Borg Queen.
I don't give a fuck
Listen.
about the original one, man. You tie it back to the dumb bitch from season 2.
They should have. They should have, and at least done it some twist because they had to write off that plot point from season 2. Apparently, Shaw gave a throwaway line at some point saying, "Oh yeah, Pumpkinhead, she's off with the Borg, the good Borg, the nice Borg, guarding a fucking temporal anomaly,
Whatever that.
Temporal fucking conduit or some
She
bullshit."
guards all the trans
Suck a
people
dick.
coming into our universe. Oh, sorry.
Suck a dick. I hate you, Jeff Unkley. Fucking Star Trek hating piece of shit. Jerk. Jim Grindle is Star Trek. If you hate Star Trek, you hate Jim Grindle.
One thing I was kind
And
of
America.
I'm just wondering how they're gonna wrap everything up in one episode now.
They're not.
It doesn't seem like it. To be continued into the next
But
series.
do they really ever wrap up anything nowadays?
They're going to end it with a line. They're going to end it with words. And to say, to be continued in fucking 10,000 novels and comic book series to come. Because they're just like, you can kind of justify that because Star Trek really is made up of many mediums and what we imagine as fans, what people write about it is a whole part of it.
Can I take a minute and just like throw in some wild speculation here?
No.
You can.
We're gonna see a spectacular, like, fantastical episode of space battles and just like all kinds of fighting and like sticking it to the bad guy and all that. And then at the end of the episode, just before the credits, it fades to black and there's this title card that happens and it says, "Gotcha! It was all a dream."
Oh no! Don't do that to us. Picard wakes back up. Oh, from that hit from the first episode, where he got blown back. This is all just.
Oh, are you talking about season 1?
Yes.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
bro.
when he
They do some
flew
stupid
90
shit
feet
like
through
that.
the air.
Oh no! Fuck the fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Go
Fuck
back to that
you.
point.
Fuck off! I won't even watch Discovery if they do some stupid shit like that.
It's a completely different show.
We I don't know. What does that have to do with Discovery?
What he means
I
is
would
he
be done with Star Trek.
Yeah, he
I
would
got you.
give
I
up.
got-
he would
oh, I
give
get
up
it, I
on
get
all
it.
of it, yeah.
Oh, so
I get
wait,
it.
the Jack Black and what's her name? The oh wait, we're not supposed to talk
Wrong
about that
fucking
show.
program, you loser. Speaking of that loser show, Vile Oliver in the chat says, if a fully armed IG series droid entered a Borg cube, who would win? What's an IG series droid?
That's the droid in Mandalorian.
No! Enough. Ban him for life. That's it. Forget about him doxing, trying to dox my children. Forget about him harassing Charles Weeden and sending pictures of him to women saying, would you fuck him? Forget all of that. Forget everything Vile Oliver has ever done to us. Now ban him, Lou, forever. You remove him.
Never do.
Nah.
Piece of shit. Toby loving piece of shit.
But I believe the Borg would win.
Of course you do.
Did you ever watch that video that somebody uploaded on YouTube which showed what would happen if a Star Destroyer went up against the Enterprise?
I think a Star Destroyer would win.
No. The Star Destroyer would get destroyed because the Enterprise is protected by shields. In Star Trek.
So, fuck off, dude. The amount of guns that are on a Star Destroyer, it would penetrate the shield after like 4 blasts.
Why are we talking about this?
Because you just brought it up, you dickface.
Because
See, Luke, you
of this asshole brought it up. Listen to Becky. No Star Wars, jerks.
Exactly.
And to answer your question, that was the worst thing Star Wars ever did was fucking putting Lizzo and Jack Black together.
Moving
Jesus
right along.
fucking Christ, was that so horrible.
This is not... Oh, my God.
He posed the question somewhat. I just had to, like, give my disdain of that particular part
I
of the
partly
episode.
want to know what the fuck Jack Black and Lizzo were doing in Star Wars.
They were husband and wife.
Okay, well, they both are fucking 2 giant fat fucking Muppets. So, yeah, that makes sense that they're husband and wife. No big deal there. They both look like they were shot out of a Dr. Seuss character.
They both look like they can't
what you're
fuck
saying
each
is
other.
that somebody has their hand firmly shoved up their ass.
I'm saying when those two make love, there's a strong smell
And
of
that too, Charles,
just
tractor
soured
beams.
milk. Yes, you need
what if-
tractor beams to move Lizzo and Jack Black around a room. Correct.
Okay.
And Star
Okay.
Destroyers do have shields somewhat. But
see,
Luke
so-
has no control of the show.
All right,
Where are
so-
we going?
We're
It's
going
so
wherever
interesting
the universe
that-
takes us.
Really, all of
been
this
a great
is Q's
show.
fault.
It's whose
Q
fault?
is the one that
The
introduced
Jews? What are the
Q.
Jews? Are the Jews in space?
Caillou. Caillou.
Oh, Caillou.
Q. Because he's the first one that introduced the Enterprise to the Borg. He, one of the episodes, he showed up and he's kind of making fun of humans and saying, "Oh, you guys think you're so strong and you're going through." And how about some other enemies that you don't even know about? And he kind of goes, "Phew," and they go way, 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 way out into
Lou just psycho break. Sorry, go ahead.
many, many
Jeff Goldblum
light years
virus.
away. And that's when the Borg is first introduced to them. Which, once they find out where the humans are from, where Starfleet is, they immediately start going that way. And so really, this is all Q's fault. Now he's gone and he can't fucking clean up the goddamn mess that he left. What the fuck?
I don't know who the hell you talking about, but okay.
Yeah, I don't either because I didn't watch the newest Impractical Jokers, so don't spoil anything, please.
You don't know who Q is.
Yeah, I listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave. I know very well. I'm a fan of the show, but I'm just saying I haven't caught up the newest
No,
episode.
I'm talking to Lou.
Oh, no, Lou's dumb.
Was he saying Q? I thought he was saying Hugh.
No.
Q.
Hugh.
Q.
Yeah.
Just a
was
random man named Hugh. It's his fault.
Well, no, there was a Borg
He works in
named Hugh.
accounting. He's one of the
There
fucking...
was a character, a liberated
Okay, I
Borg-
get Q because he was in Picard season 2.
Yeah, but there was a liberated Borg named Hugh in season 1 who died, who was killed by the Romulan girl that was played by the actress Peyton List.
Well,
I
isn't
mean,
that
Luke,
actually
I'm
a fun
sorry.
accident we just
I'm
stumbled on? A
sorry
fun
if
fact
Luke's
accident?
delay got me confused with Hugh.
It's all right. We forgive you. We understand you had a baby's birthday today. You had a lot of excitement. You probably ate cake. You know, there was balloons. You're tired.
There was water balloons.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right. You weren't here. So what did you think of the last couple of episodes?
I didn't watch.
What?
No, not of us. Of
Oh.
of the Star Trek.
Yeah, of Star Trek. I'm like,
I
I don't know
heard-
what the
you
fuck's
think we
going
were
on.
talking about?
I can
I
sum
heard-
the here. Let's sum up the last episode to us. Fucking Luke, come on, fucking Luke. What the fuck, Luke? And Charles, Jesus Christ, Luke. And then
This
Luke's
is
like, hold
terrible.
on, let me just give me 1 second. I gotta put these 500 pictures up, but I can't
Wait.
find them. But wait.
Hold on.
Hold on a second. I almost got it. Hold on. That was the last couple episodes. But go on. You were saying?
But didn't Luke also have a nervous breakdown on one of them?
He did that was, you could hear it. Look, I don't want to flibble gibble. Okay, I know how Luke feels about that. I don't want to trigger him.
Look,
I don't want to be so boisterous. I don't want to flibble gibble. I don't want to be a flibble gibbler.
So far, the season has been excellent. I have no complaints. I've enjoyed. Like, I get some of it has been fan service to a point, but
Yeah.
other than that, literally, I wish PICARD seasons 1 and 2 were this fucking good.
Yeah. Wait until the fucking penultimate to fucking give us what we wanted for 3 seasons.
Like, oh man, finale.
They were
finale
trying to make
willing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the finale doesn't let us down.
Ugh.
But we
I'm
need to know,
feeling-
Charles, will you fucking alien girl?
Do you want a fucking alien girl? Do you want to have sex with Lou? Do you want to do him? Well, that's the wrong theme song.
Oh, the goes. You mean Zool?
Okay, come on.
Zool's not an alien girl. She's
Oh,
she's a
Luke,
a-
you got
a
20 more
demon.
minutes, dude. Get on target.
Luke.
All right. Well, they do that. They go over. Of course, Shaw has to say.
I just don't
What the
like
hell?
Shaw's death.
You want
That
us?
was so stupid.
So you want us to go to Frontier Day, where all of the ships are for the entire fleet, and they're gonna want to kill us, huh? Great. That's the only way we can go. That's the only place we have to be right now. Ah.
But see, this is where the part I have is, why didn't fucking goggle face eyes? Granted, now he's wearing contact lenses. I forget his name.
Jordy.
Jordy. Sit there and say, no, we can't go there, because if we go there, we'll be part of Frontier Day because the ship will connect via Wi-Fi and all this other bullshit.
Yes, because several hundred years in the future, they're still using Wi-Fi.
Well, it's Wi-Fi dongles. It's
Dickface, it's a fucking joke.
they got a lot of
Like, no.
dongles.
So,
Jesus
Yes,
Christ, Charles.
just
Way to
but
step on
trying-
everything.
Bro, she
they
just
were
kept-
trying to warn everybody, though. They thought maybe if
I
they
get
show
you're
up.
trying to warn everybody, but Jordy, the fucking brains of the operation, should have sat there and been like, no, we can't go. Unless Data can figure out how to analog us from these fucking fucktards. So our ship is not part of the formation.
But the decision was kind of detrimental because once the Borg got Jack and jacked into him with those tentacle type thingies, that's
I
when they
think
could.
he allowed that. I think Jack has got to play up his sleeve.
He's gonna try maybe. Well, he wanted to go shoot her and he couldn't. She was controlling him. So, but once she hooked up to him, she used him as basically the giant satellite dish, the sender of that signal. So I'm wondering if the Titan wasn't anywhere near Frontier Day at that moment, if the people on that ship would have got assimilated as well. If they
I was
weren't in
wondering.
the range of that message, that signal, they might have been okay.
was literally going to ask that question. And, like, does that mean, again, I feel Picard's made quite a number of bad decisions this season.
Oh,
Every decision he makes is terrible.
It seems to be. And I wonder
He's
if that's...
a bad admiral.
Are they going to give... That's why we wonder, how are they going to wrap it up? I wonder if they're going to wrap it up with all of our fucking beloved characters just dead. Because that seems to be the only outcome here. The only logical outcome is... Picard done fucked up. You can't look. He's still Picard. He still was a hero for his entire lifetime or 2 lifetimes. Now he ends as the biggest failure in Starfleet history. That's a story to tell. It's a shocking twist.
It is
Yeah,
a shocking
pancakes.
twist. You're right. And it's all his fault, really. If he had just retired, maybe.
Wasn't he retired? It's like he
No,
goes
I mean,
on the Titan and he has
I'm
no
saying-
power.
I'm saying after he was assimilated and then came back. If he had retired then, maybe there wouldn't have been as much of this his DNA going into the transporters as much. Oh, that's one thing I want to talk about too. So
Maybe if he hadn't murdered his best friend and then banged his wife all those years later.
Well, this
this
is karma for all that. How about Beverly with her kids, man? She's got some crazy ass kids. She's got one that's way out in the stars, and there's something about her womb that must advance people's DNA, I guess, because he became like a trans-dimensional time person, and now Jack has become this weird mutant. I don't know. We got to study Beverly's.
That's
snatch.
just coincidence.
That's what we have to.
But you said you had a theory. Don't forget it.
So there's in the animated show, I remember there's a frame where they talk about the most important person that ever was in Starfleet. Do you remember what that was, Charles?
No, I don't. I never watched the animated show.
Like the original series animated series?
I mean the one that's on now, not the kids
Oh,
one, but
Lower Decks? You're talking about
Lower
Lower Decks? The most important.
There's a statue of somebody and there's a bunch of kids around, and they're
fucking hell, Miles O'Brien.
Yes.
Oh,
and what was he the chief of?
I heard rumor of an O'Brien cameo in the finale.
He's the transporter chief on the Enterprise.
yeah, he was the transporter chief on the Enterprise, and he was also the chief of operations on Deep Space Nine.
Who better to hack the transporters on every single ship, because they all are connected, than Miles O'Brien? Very possible.
So, are you saying that he was replaced?
Who's watching World Star right now?
What?
Lou. It was fucking Lou, you son of a... All right, go on.
What?
Wait, so are you?
How did you hear me watching World Star?
Because I could hear it. I'm a psychic.
But no, wait. So are you saying that Miles O'Brien might have been replaced by a changeling?
Fuck
No,
off.
no, I'm saying that Miles O'Brien, they might bring him back or need his expertise. I mean, where is he right now?
Okay, well, no. The last we saw of him at the end of Deep Space Nine, he became an instructor at Starfleet Academy.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that. I do remember.
Him and his wife, Keiko, went back to Earth so that he could become an instructor for engineering at Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, but he could still easily come back. He can be brought back for expertise.
He could, yes. And we may even see Keiko as well, because I know that her actress is
You got to
still
pronounce
alive.
it correctly. I mean, you don't want to be rude to Asians. It's
That is how you-
Keiko.
They literally pronounce it Keiko.
Yeah, but you're saying
in
it
that
too
show.
white.
Cake. Oh.
It's not
Keiko.
Keiko. I don't know anything. I'm just trying to find an uncomfortable moment for you.
God damn it.
And we got the debut of the new Enterprise F.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Enterprise being decommissioned?
They always are. This is the next version of it. The D got destroyed and then rebuilt by Geordi apparently over 20 years. That's his hot rod that he's been keeping in the garage. Just been working on it a little bit here and there.
Where did we see the F? Is that what they...
That's the one that came out.
This is
the new NCC 1701F. And it really had the shape of Voyager, I thought.
Me
when
too.
It came When it came out, it really had that elongated... Actually, we just bought a toilet seat, so it really looks like the elongated toilet seat. It does, the head of the Voyager when you look at it.
Well, he explained that. No, the Voyager had more of like a... Didn't have a saucery, but he explained the backs looking weird because they had switched him over. He had... They switched him out with some other ship, remember? I don't remember what it was called.
On the D, on the Enterprise D.
Okay. So
All right, I'm fucking confused. So the D, is that not what they flew out in? The D is now the F. It's like
No.
Oh.
The F is the one that the Admiral flew out in the beginning of Frontier Day.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I got it. I missed that.
Brand new
I didn't even pick that up. It
Enterprise.
flew past me.
She even mentioned the NX-01, Scott Bakula.
I heard that.
Archer's ship. 250 years ago today, they set off on the first trans-warp or whatever warp ship that could go warp 5 set out.
I missed all the spaceship stuff. I was dazzled by the fireworks of Frontier
look.
Day.
Lights.
But wait, this
So at
brings
that
up
point,
something
it's
I put in the reminder about the Enterprise E or D, whichever one. The one we don't know about. There was apparently an allusion to it on this episode.
Well, they said about the Enterprise E, and they all looked over at Worf. I don't remember exactly what happened.
Worf said, that wasn't my fault. But what Terry Matalas, the showrunner, says, and this pisses me off, because just because you're running a show, canon is what we see on the fucking screen. Just because you're just some jerk off who has the fucking job right now doesn't mean you can now go on the news and say, well, what happened was Worf was the captain of that ship, and this is confirmation that Worf was captain. No, bitch, it's not confirmation. It's not said in the episode or anywhere within fucking canon that Worf was captain. It just simply says that he was on that ship, and he says, it wasn't my fault. But fucking,
it's kind of fucked up.
It's bothersome to me that this Matalis guy is acting like he is fucking Roddenberry now. It is bothering me.
Well, everyone's praising him. Everyone's like, thank you for saving it. So maybe he feels like he can do no wrong.
Oh, thank the member berries.
Okay, let me just take a minute to say that we have a viewer that would like you all to say hello. It is my cousin, and he wants you all to say hi to him.
Jesus Christ, hello.
Don't do it. Nobody do it. You fucking piece
Hi.
of shit. Hi, Charles's cousin.
Yeah.
Hi, Charles's cousin.
Yo, I mean,
Hope you like the show.
I
Can't
don't
be
know,
as
man.
sexy as
More than
Charles,
Lou
that's for sure.
Likes it.
Maybe we should move the show to Sunday nights because we're getting a lot more viewers.
Would you want to fuck? I think since
wait a
Charles's
minute.
cousin's here, it might
Wait
be
a
time
minute.
for that segment.
No. This was a problem. And there was a big fight, and that's why I left last time. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that was last time. Sundays were not available last time. I have a new schedule now.
Oh, actually, if we could do this Sunday, that'd be fucking amazing. Of
So-
course.
I don't know we
Picard's
can.
almost over. Of course, you know.
There's
We got
100
some
Star
other shows.
Treks to come.
We got other shows. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean the next series don't start until June 5th.
Oh, nice. So we can review old episodes, right? Until
Yeah,
then?
I'm watching Star Trek every day, you idiots.
Nice. Let's see. What else do I have written down here? Notes.
Great.
Let's check it out.
9 minutes, Luke. 9 minutes.
Oh, did you catch that little moment where the Borg Queen was talking to Jack and she said, "I've had so many names I wanted to make you," and one of them was Regenerati.
Duh. No. Glad I missed that.
Regenerati.
I really
Weird
didn't
day.
care
I
for
don't
the
know what
name.
that one was.
Whoever's writing this episode, like, the dialogue is terrible.
Vox is actually a very fitting name for what she's going to use him for, because Vox literally means voice.
Yeah, but it's not Diarati, so, I mean, come on. What a
Yeah.
fucking Illuminati of leaking
Diarrhea-rati.
buttholes.
Yeah, so even though Vox is simplistic, it's very fitting for what she's going to use him for.
It was very close to Volk. Remember? We just talked about that in Discovery. The name Volk and Vox.
Let's
You
let's
mean
let's
woke?
forget that guy ever existed. I don't want to talk about that albino bastard. So yeah,
Dude, you can't do that.
yeah. I'm
Don't
talking
make fun
about
of albinos.
Hate
I'm
speech.
talking about the Klingons, dude. Albino Klingon.
No,
You said Klingon twice. It's a Klingon.
Yeah.
Not a Klingon. You're confusing Kleenex, which you must be staring at across your desk for masturbation.
Starfleet is Borg.
I can't even watch World Star without Jim
all right.
listening.
Let me just say that part right there. They got some of the Borg lines wrong. Where Crassa Forge, when she was assimilated, she just looked at them and said, "We are the Borg." That's not what they say. They say, "We are Borg." That's what they fucking say.
You really gonna fucking complain about we are the Borg? It's the new
I'm sorry.
generation.
It's the little stuff. It's the little stuff. that
It
I
matters.
Oh,
It matters.
Especially
Yeah.
with the fucking Borg. The Borg is
matters.
not. They're not gonna. They're not gonna add a the.
Yeah, it matters. It really does matter.
Well, when you have a
Charles.
showrunner named Terry McGinnis, they are.
Terry
Yeah,
McGinnis.
exactly.
What the fuck?
Whatever the fuck
No,
his name
Terry Metalas.
Yeah,
Was he got a
Terry
metal butt or something? Your robot butt.
Charles, if I remember correctly, how could that queen come back? Because at the end of First Contact, they take the spine and they go snap, and it goes.
It's not just that. They break the seal of the warp core coolant, which liquefies the organic components of her very body, which then disables her. They take out her head and then snap the spine, killing her. So she's dead. She's supposed to be dead.
Continuity problem.
Unless
continuity problems.
Unless she
had a backup body.
No, she's a third Borg. This is a third Borg, guys. It's not the nice Borg. It's not the evil Borg. This is the just right Borg.
The just right Borg.
So what? The Goldilocks Borg?
Yes.
Yeah, the perfect Borg, right in the middle. Right in the middle. And we also, at one point, let's see, when everyone started changing, all the young people under 25, which kind of seemed to be, what was it?
A gay plot point.
Well, no, but to me,
all the Starfleet in a point. Like, all the senior officers are motherfuckers that already been around.
Yeah, we also saw that admiral get shot before the camera got cut.
Well, there are some officers that are going to be about that age, lieutenants and stuff, and junior grade lieutenants. But a lot of the other people on the ship, all they got to do is overpower the older people,
and that's what they were doing.
Apparently, that's what they did, right?
And then we regained control of our ship.
Yes,
and we broke formation, and then pew 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 pew, we're there.
And that was Captain Ben Bassett of the Excelsior. They threw another Excelsior reference in there. Like, here you go, another one. They realized that they were transmitting over a maintenance channel. At least Shaw did, because he was an old grease monkey, and that gave him the idea. Oh shoot, let's go to the maintenance shuttle. That shuttle's not connected to anything, so let's just go. And then I'm not. I don't know how they. Okay, wait. The Fleet Museum is in a different location, so they had to go to the Fleet Museum to get to the Enterprise D. But how far away is that Fleet Museum? They're in a maintenance shuttle, and they're going to make it all the way to the Fleet Museum. That kind of seemed a little weird to me, right there.
It has warp capabilities.
But how high does that warp go? Does it go all the way to warp 9?
Yeah, it's a maintenance ship. It's literally supposed to just fly around the main ship, and it probably has a couple welding arms and like some paint sprayers and shit.
Remember, there are levels to how fast certain ships can go in warp.
Okay, well, how fast can the Enterprise D go? It's an old ship, so did LaForge upgrade its warp capabilities?
It's possible. He
didn't upgrade the carpet because Picard's like, I remember what I liked about this ship, the carpet.
That was an aesthetics choice. That was a
stupid throwaway line.
And
but when it comes to the functionality of that ship, it probably has the same like performance of the ships of today. So more than likely, it can reach warp 9.
But it don't have cloaking abilities like the Titan.
Well, technically, they're not really supposed to. Well, actually, no, that's not entirely true, because remember, Luke, there's nothing preventing Starfleet from using cloaking technology now, because the Romulan Star Empire doesn't exist anymore.
That's true.
They don't.
Unless there's some sort of treaty that they signed with the Klingons now, but you never know.
I fucking highly doubt that. But besides, a treaty with the Klingons wouldn't even work, because the Klingons took the technology, they stole it from the Romulans, which then in turn caused the Romulans to create the treaty with the Federation in the first place.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But
so why doesn't the Romulans exist anymore?
A nearby star called the Hobus star went supernova, and then the shockwave of the supernova wiped out the planet. And
but didn't Picard try to save as many Romulans as possible?
There are Romulans still around.
Isn't that the whole point of season 1 stupidity?
Yeah, there are still Romulans around. It's just the brunt of their species is wiped out. They're basically refugees now.
So they're basically on this verge of extinction. Okay, are we done?
Pretty much, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see. There was one little moment that I found funny when
please shoot.
when they're like, "Oh, well, we need to get there to show you the surprise I got." Geordi says to Data, and he's like, "Well, what makes you think that there hasn't been destroyed already?" Oh, come on, Data. Why don't you be a little more positive? I hope we die
they
quickly.
were on their way to the maintenance museum.
I hope we die quickly. That little the little funnies from Data are always fun because they didn't happen much in the original.
I don't like
series.
this new Data and his little. Oh, do you need me to comfort you, Captain?
That was a good scene, though.
It was cute.
He said
He just puts his
it would
hand
be
on
impossible. Yeah, he said it would be impossible. But then feeling that, then in that moment, he realized, oh shit! All this time, Data has finally got what he wanted, and like
Able
he's
to
human.
touch you?
No, he's human. Data's human. We're having a human moment. Data and I are having a human moment. He realized that, and it was just done in a look. It was just a non-addressed moment. It was a really good moment.
I really.
Guarantee you people are fruitcakes are going to be calling that the greatest Star Trek moment ever. Guarantee you.
No,
Oh my God!
no.
They touched each other.
No, one of the deepest, most poignant moments in Star Trek history. Guaranteed.
Even in Star Trek Picard Season 3, none of the scenes in Star Trek Picard can be considered the greatest moments in Star Trek history.
Data touched his shoulder.
Nope.
Well, I'm tapping.
Oh, and so the last thing I wanted to mention was the thing about the 25-year-olds with the prefrontal cortex, where it doesn't develop until you're all the way until you're 25. I thought that was a little bit of a commentary on our world today. How, people who are younger are more affected by things like TikTok and all these weird apps that come out, and they're so young that it's really affecting their brain. So maybe they're kind of saying like older people aren't as susceptible to the programming that's going on right now.
Or if it is a commentary on the program that's going on right now, that kind of backs up my theory that this is going to end really bad for the old guard.
And then the Borg are taking over. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean it could be
that would
seen
be
as an
interesting series where they're renegades now, running away from the new Starfleet. To completely flip it on its head like that would be really interesting, but I think a lot of people would be
your new
pissed.
generation storyline.
People would be pissed.
And they could call it Star Trek Renegades. It'll be totally original.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
here
wasn't
we
there
go.
already a fan movie or a fan series they did called Star Trek Renegades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. And it wasn't Tuvok in it. There were a couple people that were in that were from the original.
Not when I say I don't mean Tuvok, but to the second of what you said. I don't know Tuvok.
Well, it wasn't even the
specific
actor that played Elam Garrick from Deep Space Nine in that as well.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Garrick. I love
I
Garrick.
bid you farewell.
Hold on. There you go. There they are. Oh, boy.
Did she always stand there like a doofus?
There they are. What are you giving us, Luke? 3 of them and 2 cut off heads.
Well, that's the picture.
Oh my God! What have you done to
It's the
Beverly Crusher and Worf?
That's the picture. It's the picture you took and then the picture you chose to show.
Yes.
That's the picture that was available. I didn't take these pictures. There's actually a website that posts a shitload of pictures for every episode.
This website needs to be fired. But
Then
I
the
bid you
people who took
farewell.
this picture just committed murder. So yeah.
Good night, farewell, enjoy, bye bye.
But in all seriousness, when I saw this scene on Picard, it was like seeing old friends again after not seeing them
fuck off,
for a
Charles.
It was
sentimental
Oh,
bullshit.
and I love how the Data and Geordi are now in, the front seats again. That's how the show originally started. Eventually, Geordi became the head of engineering, so he was always downstairs in the engineering department. But originally, it was Data and Geordi manning the entire ship, doing all the commands. So that was a nice little, a little tip of the hat to the old guard.
At this point, they have no choices. This really, what you see is what you get manning a ship that probably holds 1,000 people.
There they are. Oh,
And you still got Data kind of cut off. God damn it, Luke.
That's the picture.
Damn it, Luke. You're a captain, not a picture puller.
Oh, and Jim, you're in good company because there's a couple of people throughout the entire series who have hated the transporter. And obviously, if some of the younger people hated the transporter, they wouldn't have got this crazy DNA put into their own DNA, and they wouldn't have turned into Borg. So there you
Very
go. Not
true.
only are you killing yourself and regenerating every single time, they're regenerating into these potential Borg sleeper cells.
And there you have it. If I were a Star Trek man, I would be safe because I would not be Borg.
Because you're too old. Haha. Bye-bye.
Well, that too.
All right, gentlemen. This was a fun show. I'll see you. If you do it next Sunday, I'll join.
It was good having you back. I'm glad that we have our full crew. We missed you. That was the missing element, I'm telling you.
Sure.
That's why I
He
couldn't
couldn't
function
perform
without my
without
Lou.
you.
Well, again, if you want to do it next Sunday, I can join.
All right, so we might be moving the show to Sunday, everybody, just so you know out there. You, Becky's, and all yous.
Becky.
Chaotic Truth Live wants a link.
Or and that person too.
What? Are they coming in? All right, so we'll see how they wrap this fucking thing up. I'm not confident. Like I said,
I'll see you next week.
there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
We shall see you next week as well, though.
I feel dead end or no end at this point.
Yeah.
There's no way to victory in an hour.
I just, I mean, they could be very, very creative, but man,
Maybe they're setting up a movie, another big budget movie.
that would be pretty awesome.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be doing more Star Trek movies. I mean, they'd be kind of stupid not to, because it's a hot, like it's a popular like franchise, and there's guaranteed to be money to be made. And if they don't make another movie, they're just going to be leaving money on the table.
Yeah. Ooh, I got a wild speculation. What
What's
if
up?
they paid all the actors from the Abrams verse a small fee just to say that they're doing the new Star Trek movie right now as a cover for the fact that, you know, taxes and all these other things will show and reveal they're filming a big budget feature Star Trek film. However, it's actually been filmed with the TNG crew this whole time in secret, and this finale will lead into that.
I already believe that whatever Star Trek movie they're working on next is already going to be a TNG movie, because I can't see them doing another original series movie after what happened with Anton Yelkin. I can't see it happening.
Yeah, they still haven't addressed that. It's like, oh yeah, we're full steam ahead on this new movie, but what about that dude?
Chekhov.
Chekhov, yeah.
With Chekhov, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, no word. Oh, we respect him. We honor him. Yeah.
Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention. I don't know if you guys saw
I'm sorry,
this.
real quick, but you think Zachary Quinto wants to get off the fucking Broadway stage and stop doing his fancy boy art life? I doubt it, to play Spock again. I think he's done.
Yeah, I think he's done too.
Oh, is he the one holding it all up? Really, you can't have it without Spock.
Actually, I thought the ones that were holding it up was Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth.
Pine's so busy all the time.
But again, hey guys, here's $50,000 each to say we're doing this movie. And now while we film this other Star Trek movie in secret, it'll be a big surprise. Nobody really wants that movie anyway. The whole fandom will be like, oh, thank God.
Personally,
Nobody wants that movie.
If they leave it as just 3 movies, I think that'd be fine. Leaving it as just 3 movies and then moving on to the next generation characters with just a younger cast, I would be completely okay with that.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm wrong. I want that movie because of seeing the rebooted TNG cast. I do want to see.
So the question I have to ask is, who would they pick to play Picard?
Same dork. Damn it, he played Xavier. That ruins it. Wait a minute. Same guy. So Patrick Stewart also played Xavier. What's his name? James McAvoy?
Yeah, James McAvoy. Yeah.
He should play young Picard.
I don't know about that.
I don't think they'll reboot it into the other universe. Oh boy, yeah, that's kind of weird.
I really don't see James McAvoy playing Jean-Luc Picard. I don't see it. I don't see him having.
He does have a shitty bald head.
I don't. It's not about that. I don't see James McAvoy having the same presence as Patrick Stewart. You see, even in the X-Men movies, I never bought him as a younger Patrick Stewart. It just always just didn't feel right to me.
Oh, so I guess what they're doing. Did you see that they're gonna take the 2 last episodes and show them in the theater
Of
Picard here? They're gonna do it on Wednesday this week, only in select cities: L.A., New York, Dallas, I think Chicago. You know, it's few and far between, and they're probably all sold out now because they announced it, I think, on Friday. But man, that would be great to see these episodes in a theater like that. Oh boy. Or the whole season, really. Imagine that, just being able to rent out a theater and just play the whole season or something. Oh,
playing the whole season? No, fuck that. I wouldn't want to sit in a theater for fucking 10 hours.
Why not?
My ass would hurt after 4 hours.
That's true.
So you got a Chaotic Truth Live who wants to... You want to say stuff about Star Trek, sir? Someone here asking if it's a closed panel. Oh my goodness, there's a camera on, naked lady. Chimney crickets. You better... Can we end the show already?
Yeah,
she's behind the camera. We ain't gonna see shit.
Is this a closed panel? Well, it's a show that's over. That's
it is ending. It's a darn shame because we would sure love to have you on if you're the real whoever this person is. They have a lot of subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a whole lot of subscribers.
How many?
Of course, we would let you on. We're whores. They have as many as Damien, the same amount as Damien.
Well, I was gonna hit the button, but if he wants to come on.
Well, if you got some words about Star Trek, we'll let you come on, sir, because you're famous. Only because you're famous. So I guess I should give a link.
I guess.
But we don't know if it could be this could be a scammer. This could be a penis.
Oh boy. Well, don't bring him right in.
Yeah. Well, we'll make sure we see. We got to see you behind the backstage first.
Oh, you're not sure where he was? Which channel he was on?
She put her clothes on.
Aww. Oh boy, that was quick.
All right, it looks like the man in the picture. Hello, Mr. Truth, or is it Mr. Live?
Chaotic Truth.
All right.
What's going on, man? Salute to all of you guys.
He looks famous.
I'm just a humble guy on YouTube. I love the Star Trek sector. I barely can get on any panels because I go live all the time on my own channel. Oh. And a lot of, for some reason, the Star Trek panels don't hit. They don't put the StreamYard link in, but nevertheless, I saw.
Well, we're nerds. We like to yammer on.
Yeah. I saw Vox the other day, and I gotta say this, guys. For the first time in over 20 years, I felt like I was watching Star Trek. I damn near dropped a tear when I saw the Enterprise D for the first time in so long. I'm 38 years old, and I can tell you this, man. I don't know why J.J. Abrams and who's the other butcher of Star Trek? There's been so many butchers of it, but JJ, I don't know why they can't master.
Star Trek. One that did the last couple of seasons, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know why they can't master it. To me, Discovery sucks. And please forgive me, guys. I don't know if you guys are Discovery fans.
I'm a big Discovery fan, but
okay,
it's a little different. It is.
Yeah. To me, I never felt like I was watching Star Trek with Discovery. I stopped watching it when they mangled the Klingons. It just didn't flow the same way. The movies were terrible. J.J. Abrams is the butcher of the movies. The reboot was sort of good. The Wrath of Khan was terrible. and the last one with Idris was horrifying. The cinematic geography is perfect. It just doesn't capture the essence. When I was a kid, I wanted to live in that universe. I wanted to live on the Enterprise D. I wanted to live on the Enterprise E.
Well, I think
And
what they did was they
yeah,
turned it more into an action
an
adventure
action
kind of
movie.
thing.
Yeah,
And before,
yeah,
and this is one thing that I
yeah,
really liked about episodic Star Trek was
yeah,
the ideas and concepts. Sometimes it
yeah,
was technology,
yeah,
sometimes it was social concepts.
yeah.
Depending on what it was, it changed every episode. And
You,
now they're
yeah,
trying to make this longer episode where they
yeah,
can bring more personal elements in. They
yeah,
can develop the characters faster, but there was
yeah,
something about that, the expansion of the mind when it came to certain things they were
yeah.
talking about on those old episodes.
You're absolutely correct. You mentioned the episodic episodes, which I love about TNG, which I love about Voyager. But DS9 mastered the story arc and the Dominion story arc. And I've always said this is the greatest story arc in TV history. And
You're speaking Charles
agrees with
Weedon's
you.
love language right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the man right
And
next to you.
I don't know why. I don't know why it can't be mastered in this day and age. But the thing that was so beautiful about that episode of the Vox episode, it was the scene geography. I felt like I was 10 years old again. You know, I used to watch Star Trek with my dad when I was a kid. I felt like literally like they went back in time and literally the same cameras, the same editing, the lighting, the you could still hear the engine. You could Majo's voice. It was beautiful.
Which they used it again too.
And so that was a reuse. So I thought it was somebody who sounded like her. I said that's
No.
Majo's voice. Okay.
They said it was they say it's the last time too.
Yeah. They mastered it. Whoever I forgot. I didn't look who directed that episode or who wrote it, but they deserve an Emmy or whatever awards that they get. They bought that was Star Trek. I saw it for the first time in years. I did not see it season 1 of Picard, season 2. It just looked like a dreary old man, the very same man that he wished that he
That's
had
what I've been
not
saying.
become.
Yeah.
And yesterday, what was it? Not yesterday's Enterprise. It was the episode where where Q took him back in time and he changed the course where he got stabbed. What episode was that?
Oh yeah, I can't remember, but yeah,
Damn, I can't remember.
Because he didn't want that fake heart. Yeah,
yeah. I felt like season 1 and 2, he actually, unfortunately, due to his age, he became this dreary old man. But when he stepped foot on DS9, I saw Picard. The way his mannerism, he wasn't like a weak old man. The way he said engage, I said, that's it. That's it.
You know what? I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that, and you're exactly right. Yes, it lit him up as a
Yeah,
character,
no.
as an actor, everything.
And because they turned the fucking lights on for once too. You know, I'm just saying that I was happy about that.
The ships have turned into these dark. To me, they look like goddamn nightclubs. In Switzerland, they look like nightclubs on the inside. They don't look like somewhere that I would want to be after about 2 hours.
But it makes sense because you less power consumption. You're out there on these long journeys, but at the same time, you think you could figure light out. Like you can figure out how to keep the ship lit at all times.
The bringing back the Borg. The bringing back of the Borg, bringing back the changelings. I think that was perfect. I think that was perfect to do. I don't know if the finale will be a victorious finale. I feel like it's going to be a cliffhanger that will go into a movie or a new series.
Possibly suggested.
I think that's possible. That's a very strong possibility.
But I do like the fact that it's going to allow the viewer to see the 25th century and beyond with the Federation. I would love to see the Dominion again I don't necessarily think the Dominion was absolutely destroyed because remember they are in the Gamma Quadrant. So
they never were destroyed.
Yeah, they never were destroyed. The wormhole.
It was a ceasefire, and they kind of went their separate ways.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what this would do. I would love to see James Avery, not James Avery. Oh my God, Avery Brooks come back. But I don't know.
I was just about to say, no, you're right. But
even though
James Avery's a TV producer, right?
I would love to see.
He's died. He was uncle in Fresh Prince. He's dead. Avery Brooks.
I would love to see Avery Brooks come back.
Yeah.
But last I heard, he retired from acting entirely.
20 years ago.
Yeah. So I even though I would be happy to see him come back.
Yeah.
He said he wants to come back. He said he would.
I would be surprised if he did come back.
Yeah. But other than that, man, and I don't want to get kicked off the panel by saying this. I don't.
Oh, there's nothing you can. There's nothing.
I don't.
Is it about Star Wars? Because then you're out.
No, not Star Wars. No.
All right. Okay, you're good.
I don't consider. And I gotta say this, man. I don't consider the cartoons canon. I can never look at a cartoon and consider that canon.
Lower Decks and the other one there.
Yeah. I know you said you like Discovery. To me, I don't consider Discovery canon. I think Discovery is a nightmare.
Listen, it has I still haven't even seen the second half of season 2, which people say is the best of Discovery. It has some nightmares, but Georgiou's a great character, Saru's a fantastic character, and then taking it into the future like they did was one of the best things to ever happen, because then we can imagine again. You know what I mean?
You had mentioned earlier, Jim, about Lorca being a cool captain, and that whole thing about going into the other timeline or the other whatever it was,
mirror universes.
Yeah. That was interesting. I really enjoyed that, because that to me brought Discovery closer to a Star Trek, closer to old Star Trek, even though DS9, I think they had maybe 5 episodes in the other mirror universe. I don't think Next Generation did it at all.
Next Gen didn't do it.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't actually ask you this, since your name is Conservative Review. Yeah. Is that what it is in the thing? It said Conservative Review or Conservative Talker?
I do conservative content, yeah.
All right. Well, right now we're on a channel that is mostly populated the audience of compound media viewers, conservatives, although I would challenge them, to be honest with you, as if they're actually conservatives, or just, some of them are just a bit of rabble-rousers, let's say. But I'd like your opinion on Discovery. Do you think it was woke, or even Star Trek as a whole? And I'll just say, I don't think anything about it was woke, but I do see what people see. What are your thoughts? I feel we totally disagree on Discovery.
I like you guys. I normally get kicked off of panels for my opinion and perspectives. I just want to make sure that, are you guys willing to just hear me out?
Oh,
not get okay.
Trust me, you should hear the things we call the Borg Queen Pumpkin Tits. What else we got? Our slogan is "Live Long and Scissor." Okay, you can say anything here.
Because of 7 of 9 and Rafi.
How much time?
Where the scissor came from.
How much time did you guys have? Because I'm gonna go into depth about Discovery, and I'm not gonna go into depth for it's not gonna be a lecture. It's not gonna be a goddamn dissertation. It's just gonna be my sheer hatred of this show. Okay. Please forgive me, God. I like you guys, man. I think you guys are cool. Trust me, man. I'm glad to be.
Hey, they're all on your team. They all hate Discovery with you. I'm the only one who likes it.
I like it too.
Yeah. When I watched, so I'm 38. I don't know how old you guys are, but when I watched TOS, when I watched TNG, certainly DS9, which I think is the greatest Star Trek iteration. When I watched Voyager,
can I say something real quick? That's the only Star Trek I haven't seen, because I was doing a lot of drugs at the time.
That's the only way I've seen.
It was high school years, but now I'm going in order. So, or it was like just getting out of high school. There was a lot of drugs, so I didn't watch Deep Space Nine.
Not to interrupt.
But go on.
But
I'm going to soon.
Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek,
best.
and I've only ever seen DS9 and Voyager.
This guy rants. He's seen Deep Space Nine like 80 times, and he rants and raves
watch
and
it
loves
back
it
to
so
back.
much.
Three times. I've seen it 3 times.
Yeah. The
That's a
Ferengi
lot.
episodes are my best, but
Oh yeah,
okay.
love the Ferengi episodes.
I'm gonna get into why I have a sheer hatred, like a sheer scratching of the board, nails ripping from your body, hatred for Discovery. And I'm gonna use examples from the what I consider canon. Okay. When I watched DS9, when I watched Benjamin Sisko, it hit me that he was a black guy, maybe season 3 or 4. I said, wait a minute, that's a black dude. Now you may be asking yourself, what does chaotic truth mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean by that. The acting, the character, this is a religious figure. He's a officer. He has faults. He's not perfect. He's a single father because of a tragic event. There's so much to him that you don't. I mean, granted, in the future in the Federation, amongst human beings, you don't really necessarily seek race. But me as the viewer, normally when you watch TV, like when we watch Seinfeld, hey, that's a Jewish guy. Hey, when you watch, Family Matters, hey, that's a black family. But when I watched Star Trek, I didn't see race. I saw human beings working together for a greater good. When I watched DS9, I wasn't constantly reminded of lesbianism. Now mind you, I'm a heterosexual person. Hey, if people want to do their thing, do your thing. But there were episodes about transgenderism when Quark had to pretend he was the female. That one episode, there were episodes about it, but I felt like it wasn't pushed in my face, right?
There was even
even in TNG they weren't.
Yep, there were episodes about
Jadzia Dax was kissing an old lover of her symbiote that was a woman at one point.
Right, and you didn't look at it as lesbianism. It was written very well.
And so I don't interrupt you again. That's how I feel about Discovery, which everyone else doesn't. All that shit's there. I see it, but I feel like it's just natural. That's a heroic kiss. These guys like to make fun of me with this picture all the time.
Here we go.
Where is it? They like to make fun of me with this kissing picture, but I think I can't find it. You know the picture. Anthony Rapp and Ricky from My So-Called Life kissing each other. I thought that was a rewarding, heroic, and not gay moment. But anyway, go on. Okay.
So when you're watching Deep Space Nine or TNG, you're watching first of all, TNG was very cerebral. You saw the way the communication worked, right? In TNG, you had the captain in the bridge. You had Geordi in engineering. I feel like in Discovery, for example, Michael Burnham is a Mary Sue figure. She knows every.
you really are speaking Weeden's love language.
She's speaking. She knows every damn thing. She knows how to fight at a high level. She knows mathematics, science. She knows everything.
She was trained by Vulcans.
Whereas I understand that, but whereas in TNG, Geordi didn't know everything. Worf occasionally, a lot of times, messed up on certain things in tactics and tactical.
Yep.
These people had faults, but they worked together. I feel like Michael Burnham just knows everything. And you know what else about Michael Burnham that I hate? I see a black woman. From the first episode, it's a black woman. It's a black woman.
I see them saying that.
Black woman. It's not supposed to be that way.
I see Sasha from Walking Dead, but I do see what you see. I see them saying that hard. It's CB4. You know that scene? I'm black, y'all. It seems like that the producers are playing. I'm black, y'all. They're playing that going.
They're they're beating you over the head with it, but they're also saying, "Look, she's capable of everything. She knows everything."
Yes.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
I hate that.
It's like these writers and these showrunners don't understand that a good character is not defined by their strengths. They're defined by their flaws. It's what humanizes them.
Yep. And what do we have going on in today's
Which is why
society?
Shaw was so wonderful.
And and so think about this, right? What do we have in today's society? Black people can never be wrong. We can never be held accountable. The liberal whites have to always hold our hand because it's always some boogeyman. That's how I feel about this goddamn Michael Burnham character. Like, this woman cannot do anything wrong. She's just flawless. Okay. The homosexuality. Sexual scenes in TNG. There was an alien, or ambiguous alien, that liked Riker. But
That's the one I was talking about with TNG when I said that before. Yeah,
The one that could only carry the babies for that species, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It was a unique
Whoop.
concept.
I swear to God, that was a fucking. Sorry,
It was a
bad
unique
comment from the
concept.
audience. I hit the space bar.
But the thing of the matter in Discovery, the doctor and the engineer, they're making out. I swear, they're making out almost every damn episode, every time they're around each other. Even Jadzia and Worf weren't making out all the time, and that is a heterosexual couple. They just weren't. They were talking about the mission. They were in love with each other. But it just seems like it's so much just gay sex going on. I'm like, okay, we get it. They're gay. We get it. They're gay. But every time I see them, they have to be doing gay sex. I don't even want to see heterosexual sex all the damn time.
Yeah, the same
Well,
way. I
that's
don't.
how-
Kissing is disgusting on screen.
Yeah.
That's also almost saying, like, well, these type of people do that. That's all they do all the time.
Can I?
I mean, like I would even have to ask the question. It's like, just take a look just on a Starfleet vessel,
Yeah.
which, even though Starfleet is technically a civilian outfit, they do have military protocol. Wouldn't that be against protocol to even behave in such a way?
Remember
Yeah.
in Voyager when Janeway had to check time and B'Elanna for making out? You're right. It's a military vessel. This isn't a gangbang episode. So I'll tell you
Right.
something else.
And they won't let fat people like Tilly on either. Sorry.
I'll tell you something else about Discovery I hated. They butchered the Klingons.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it as the viewer. There may be other colonies and there may be other sets of Klingons.
Yeah.
But the way that they put it's almost like, here, these are just these Klingons. These houses existed already. The way they looked existed. They didn't show the other variants of them. They had a completely different culture. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is a completely different culture of alien here. They even look they even look like aliens. They don't look like the Klingons that we know, this warrior race. These are like reptilians here.
Yeah, and they said, "Oh, you didn't do good enough. We had to do better than you," which is disgusting, considering people made religions after it and learned the whole Klingon dialect. Like, there's people who live and breathe this shit.
Yeah,
you don't just go and change it like that.
And like you
The
said,
fact
there's
that-
already a canon, and you are making a show that exists within a time frame right before that for a show.
Yeah, I mean,
So why are you going to change it that much? Sure, the technology is different. But why are you going to change the people?
The first season of Discovery, from what I remember, was supposed to take place 10 years before the events of the original series. And in the original series, for those of you that watched it, I mean, I only watched clips of it. I never watched it all the way through. But I remember what the Klingons looked like in the original series. And
They were old men in Asian face.
Well, yeah, but in the later
Spaniards.
shows, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, there was an explanation as to why the Klingons in the original series looked the way they did. So now, what's the explanation as to why?
Well,
the
they
Klingons look the way they
semi-explained it, which it's that plus. First off, they cut off all their hair because of the war. Then what you're seeing of them,
that's the explanation.
I know, but what's his name? Who was in TOS and then he was again in TNG and Deep Space Nine? I think Krang or somebody. He said it was something they did that went wrong that they don't like to talk about. You could say that's what it is, but it's a
Genetic
stretch.
mutation with the
Augments.
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 Yeah.
The augments.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else that I hate about Discovery. When I was a kid and all the other kids watched TNG and Voyager, they could name the damn bridge crew. Name the bridge crew right now for Discovery.
Yeah,
I know. Oh, the bald girl. The bald girl.
Yeah.
That's how you know her. You got the bald girl, and then they brought in their second bald girl. Now I'm confused. Oh, sorry, that's Picard. But
I'll tell you something else about this. It's a lot of things. Now, guys, I'm about to be really offensive here.
Okay.
And please forgive me. Now, this might get me thrown off.
There's certain words you can't say, but you know.
They're not making the shows for the viewers anymore. Let's be honest. Most men are attracted to a certain type of woman. I'll give you something.
not Tilly.
Tilly. I mean,
gingers. Come on.
Listen. Trust me. I get it. People
She would
in
fuck the
real
whole gravity
world,
up in the whole ship.
I get it. People in the real world, yes, you have different shapes and sizes of people. Yes, I get that. But the viewer wants to see a Jadzia Dax.
T'Pol, can we go there? We want to see big-titted Vulcans.
Yes, the viewer wants to see most Star Trek viewers have been men. We really want to see attractive women. The new chick that plays Uhura on Strange New Worlds, which is a good Star Trek iteration,
Great.
she looks like me.
I don't like what they did to her.
I don't want to watch Uhura, a chick who looks like me, like a little dude, like a dude. She looks like a dude. Yes, I get it. There are people who identify as non-binary, binary, whatever. I don't know what that is. Ambiguous. But men still want to see a Zoe goddamn Zeldana. And my God, Nichelle Nichols was the perfect Uhura. Of course, she's dead and she was old and she died. But Uhura was supposed to be a sexy woman. So in Discovery, you have all of these weak men, weak white men, weak black men. And then you have these overweight, unattractive women in Discovery. And I'm like, what are they doing? It's like they're purposely butchering this thing.
Okay, I want to say that I agree with everything you're saying.
Not too offensive on that one. Go ahead, guys.
I agree with everything you're saying. I still disagree. It's not woke, damn it. But I do agree with fucking everything you're saying. And yet,
then,
even seeing and agreeing, I still stand by for. It just feels normal to me. Like it feels like Star Trek. The action, if anything, is the most offensive. But yeah, I do agree with fucking everything you're saying here. To be honest with you, just do fuck off.
I hate it. I hate Discovery. I hate the new movies. The reboot was pretty good. I like the reboot. I'm not gonna lie, but the other movies were just ass.
When it came to the movies, the only ones that I liked thoroughly was the 2009 reboot and Star Trek Beyond. Those are the only ones I liked. Star Trek Into Darkness I did not like. There was a lot in that movie that could have been enjoyable, but I think they severely dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I thought that the Benedict Cumberbatch casting for Khan was a miscast. I remember before his announcement as Khan, before they announced him as Khan, I remember that one of the rumored actors for Khan was going to be Benicio del Toro. I thought he was going to be a better choice for the role.
Well, that's a fact.
Because I think casting a white Englishman in a role for Khan, which originally the character of Khan was played by Ricardo Montalban, I think Benicio del Toro would have been a better choice. But I mean, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. I mean, I say that Benedict Cumberbatch is a good actor. I just think he was a miscast for Khan. And then the whole thing that happened at the end of the movie when Kirk died instead of Spock. And then Spock did that incredibly awkward scream where he was the one that screamed Khan, and it just felt out of place. It's like I was like, what are you doing? You're standing in front of a reactor core and you're screaming Khan.
Well, I actually heard an interesting anecdote about that scene. Zachary Quinto had to pull from personal memory to get such a loud scream, and he had to remember the vigorous lovemaking from that he received.
No, but the thing is that in that scene, I think it did.
That was a gay joke.
Clearly, but But in that scene in Star Trek Into Darkness, I felt it felt out of place. But in the Wrath of Khan movie, when Kirk screamed Khan, that felt in place because his reasoning for screaming Khan made sense. Khan was leaving him there to die on the Genesis planet, and he would like Khan, and he was just he was being left to die.
I agree with you on that analysis of Into Darkness. I thought it was trash.
Yeah.
I thought like I said, the scene geographies are going to always be good because obviously with technology, scenes could look really good. But the one thing that I hate, and I gotta say this, I hate about the new Treks is, and even with Picard, and I'm glad Picard redeemed himself. The planet that Rafi, and I hate Rafi's character. Rafik, what's her name? Rafik.
I know where you're going.
I hate her character. The world that they're on, where they killed that Ferengi, right? Is that a core Federation planet?
I don't know, but I think I know where you're going with this because, like earlier in the season, I was like, okay, so she's on this planet, and they're gonna meet with these criminal elements and everything. But then
worst criminals in like the quadrant,
and then of course her husband's on the planet, her ex-husband's on the planet, her son's on the planet, her son's wife is on the planet, her son and her son's wife, and her grandson's on the planet. Like, is everybody on this fucking planet? Like, what the fuck is this planet?
I was gonna go with this one, and I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
I get it. What the new Star Treks have done is they've given you a larger world view or a larger world of the franchise.
Yeah,
but here go. If that planet is a core Federation planet, with all of that drug dealing, smuggling, just debauchery, then it's not what Gene Roddenberry, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I don't want to speak for Gene Roddenberry, but I feel like this planet could not be a core planet. According to the way Gene Roddenberry wrote it, this planet was debaucherous. A Vulcan crime lord.
Yeah, that also kind of made sense. When he first showed up, I thought he might have been a Romulan. I thought he was going to be a Romulan because I can see a Romulan being a crime boss, but a Vulcan, no.
You know,
it makes any sense.
I'm selling myself against Discovery every second here because I was just about to make an example of how you're right. This is not Roddenberry's Star Trek. These aren't things he would write at all, and they don't care because think about the AI. He never wanted computers to be an enemy at all. Yeah. And that's like a major plot point in well, fuck the Borg. I mean, shit.
Well, there was a robot that would come around and like try to take over, but AI, like just information itself being the enemy, that's kind of overwhelming. Or
he wanted technology to be our salvation.
I don't think the ship ever turned against them in the original. Someone would turn the ship against you, but the ship itself wouldn't gain consciousness like in Discovery and become a character. Remember that?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, but
can I say this about? I think it was in Discovery on Kronos. Isn't there like an area called the Orion Syndicate? If I'm not mistaken.
The Orion Syndicate is not just based on Kronos. They're more based across the entire Alpha and Beta Quadrant, if I'm not mistaken.
You mean to tell me that the honor-based feudalistic system of the Klingons would allow this degeneracy to take place on their home world? When I saw that, I said, "What in the fuck? What is this?" I know it's not a core planet, but I never would have thought the Klingons would have allowed degenerates to be on their home planet with their own little area, just being debaucherous.
Well, if they're making money and it's not causing too much problem, maybe it's bringing in tourists.
But check this out. Did not Gowron, in that one scene when Quark went to him, did he not throw that pad and say, "I don't have time for finances"? To me, that lets me think that the Klingons are not about. But then again, Grilka. Then again, I gotta say this: a woman can have her home confiscated and given to another fan. Okay, so they maybe I don't know how their economy works, so maybe they could have created this environment for other people to come and create tourism.
Well,
I guess you're right.
Galron too. I
Yeah.
don't think he had. There wasn't much he was interested in. He was just interested in power anyway. I don't think he
Yeah.
could do much
Yeah,
other than
Gowron was
yell at other
corrupt as
people.
hell. I mean, Gowron was corrupt as hell. So him saying that he wasn't interested in finances, he was probably just doing that because he just wasn't interested in anything that didn't benefit
Yeah.
him at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, man, that's my spiel on Discovery and why I hate it. But other than that, man, I'm glad. I think Star Trek is back, man. I think it's back. I think they've mastered it again.
Yeah, wait till
Yeah.
the third season, why don't you?
Yeah, because the first two seasons were tire fire. Yeah.
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 Now, what do you guys think about? Geordi's daughters? You think they're going to be integral somehow?
Well, it's just the theory we were having earlier is that once Star Trek Picard is over and done
Yeah.
with, and if they do that theoretical movie, if they do a cliffhanger next week, I'm thinking that they might bring in a younger generation, including LaForge's daughters and
Yeah.
maybe Jack Crusher, and do something across the lines of, like, let's say Star Trek: The New Generation. And it would be a new show with a younger crew. Jack Crusher would be involved. Crash LaForge would be involved. Maybe her sister. Maybe some new people. I'm thinking 7 of 9 might be involved as well.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Be the captain. Why
She's still
not?
young enough. Yeah, she's still
Yeah.
young enough. Still hot
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Even
think
Riker
7 of 9
could
yeah,
be
I think
captain.
7
And
I
she
think
could be
I think
second.
she might be involved. And I don't know. It's just I think it's possible. I think
Yeah.
they might do something with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm open
think-
to it.
So you said Riker, but Jonathan Frakes, I don't know. He's 71. I think
Yeah.
these
Is
are
he?
old timers. I don't know if they have the stamina to do it.
Wow, he's old now. Jeez.
No, it's just like these guys are saying that Riker would come back. It's like, no, I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The OG like Star Trek actors like Marina Sirtis, Gates
Yeah.
McFadden, Riker, those guys, no, they're not going to come back. As soon as
No.
Picard is over, they're stepping away. They're done.
Yeah.
They're going
They should.
to pass. They're going to pass the torch in a manner. Of
Yeah.
speaking.
They should. Have you guys ever seen Shuttlepod? Shuttlepod?
No.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah,
Shuttlepod
the
is,
other podcast with the two
Yeah.
guys from Enterprise.
Enterprise. It's really good. You guys should check that out.
Mm.
Yeah.
The guy that
Speaking
played
of
Tucker and the one that played his friend there, the English
Script.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Connor Trenier. He
That's
played
Trip.
Trip. He played Trip.
Yeah.
So
And then the
yeah.
English
who are these
guy.
characters from?
From
Enterprise.
Oh, Enterprise. Oh, okay, yeah. That's the guy who did the shower scene with DePaul Trip,
Yeah, Trip,
Yeah.
the engineer.
or the oily fucking the gel bath scene. That was one of the
The-
weirdest scenes of Star Trek history.
Yeah. The decontamination scene.
Yeah. I was gonna say real quick though. I'm like hanging onto a segue that's rolled off a cliff. Actually, I was gonna say passing the torch. I'm yawning here and my eyes are closing. I'm gonna leave you three to the rest of your conversation here, but I have to ask Mr. Conservative to review something because conservative review. This is something I've posed to the boys here, and I'd love your theory on it. I believe Star Trek. Are you ready for this? Get ready to blow your mind. I don't believe it's a fact, but what do you think about this fact? In order for Star Trek to happen, the globalists have to win. The New World Order, the left, all of what's happening now on Earth, our enemies have to win in order for Star Trek to happen in a way.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean-
I remember reading somewhere.
It has to. They have to win, right? Not our enemies, but theoretically. You know what I'm saying? What our enemies are posing as, that has to win. You know?
I get what you're saying.
Well, no, it's just I remember reading a while back. I went on like the wiki site on, like, I think it's called Memory Alpha, for like all the Star Trek
Yeah.
information.
I'm familiar with that.
And I wanted to like find out like what type of government the Federation actually is, and according to what it said, it's a democratic socialism.
Yeah. Literally. I mean, it's like everything they're describing. But again, except we don't get the Federation in this world. We're gonna get that evil empire that Giorgio ran, really, and Discovery. We're getting Discovery Star Trek. We're not getting Roddenberry Star Trek. That's our nightmare. That's our hell. But Mr. Review, I enjoyed meeting you here. I hope you get to join us. We do a lot of programs on here about many things. But love to have you talk about some conservative topic. Am I saying your name right? Is it Conservative
Chaotic
Review?
Truth. Yeah,
Chaotic Truth, Conservative Talk. That's what I saw there. Okay, Mr. Talk. I would definitely love to speak with you again here. We got to. I'll find you on the Twitter. Look for at Steam Powered Man, and please plug your stuff. There's some people looking. When you guys are done, don't forget to plug.
I think we should definitely try to wrap up because we're
Shut your fat face, Lucas.
I'm gonna send you guys my link real quick.
All right, good. Then I'll stay for the ending. Never mind.
Thank you guys so much, man.
Oh, thank you. Finally, you see, Luke, we didn't need slideshows. This is what I've been, Mr. Talk. This is what I've been telling him for a season and a half now that we've been doing this show. We've been saying we just got to talk about fucking Star Trek. Stop showing us your slides, Auntie Luke. But he keeps showing us a slideshow because he's Auntie Luke.
Transwarp conduit.
Yeah, fuck you. Great ending, Luke. Way to land the ship.
Oh, way to land this ship. No, seriously. Thank you for coming in.
Please plug. Tell everyone where to find you.
Chaotic Truth Live. I put it in a private chat for you guys to drop it in the comment section. But yeah, definitely, man.
I'm gonna drop it right here into the links as well, the chats and what about Twitter? You on the Twitter?
I am, but I don't really use the Twitter though.
Okay.
Yeah. But thanks, man. You guys were great. I will. Next time you guys go live, I'll definitely come back over. Have a good one, guys.
Well, apparently we're on Sundays. Good day, sir.
Yep, we're gonna do
good.
Yep. Thank you.
Peace.
That was the episode, guys.
Good night.
Take it easy.
Live long and scissor. Put it in your butthole. Too.
Yeah, live long and scissor, everyone.
Yeah, always scissors. You better start watching fucking Star Trek ukulele. Fuck scissor.
Yeah.
Are you ending or who's ending it?
I think I ended it.